Welcome. In this demo, we're going to learn how to create a trigger to notify us when certain business events occur. We're going to see how to create an activation policy in order to make use of a previously written workflow to let us know when an item has changed. So what is an activation policy? Well, we're presented with a business problem. We need to trigger an automated process every time a certain business event occurs. So our solution is to use Infor OS as a business platform in order to capture the event, define conditions to watch for, and trigger that predefined automated process, the workflow. When that event occurs, we're going to use Infor OS to capture the event, pass conditions to the activation policy, and start the automated process. We need to create a new activation policy to listen for the change to an item. To do this, we need to access Ion, click on the menu icon, then go to Monitors and Workflows, Activation Policy, and then click on the plus add tile. We need to give our activation policy a name. The name can be anything, but it should reflect what we're trying to do, so make the name something descriptive, such as Demo Activation Policy. To help further identify what this activation policy is for, we can give it a description if you want, although this field is not mandatory. Since we want to use this activation policy to start our previously created workflow, we need to verify that the policy type is Start Workflow. We then need to tell the activation policy which workflow to start. To do this, we click the drop-down arrow next to Workflow and select our Demo Item Master workflow that was previously created. For help in creating a workflow, we have a link that will show you how this is done. This activation policy is going to use the Item Master record. We need to specify that record in our activation policy as the document. So we click on the magnifying glass and we select the Item Master BOD, click OK. We are going to be using the item number, item status, and item description in our started workflow. We need to select those three fields from the Item Master record. To do this, we click on the Attributes tab, we click on the plus sign, and it shows us the layout for the Item Master BOD. We want to click on the spinner next to Item Master Header, and then Item ID and ID. That is our first element. We then click on the plus sign, click on the spinner next to Item Master BOD, Item Master Header, and we want to select status, the item status code. Lastly, we want to add the Item Master description, so we click on the Item Master spinners again, and we look for description and click OK. Next, we need to specify the condition on the record that will indicate which records will start the workflow. So let's click on the Conditions tab. We're going to click on the plus sign to add a condition. We're going to enter is open or our condition name. Verify that the condition type is set to Attribute Value Comparison. We're then going to click the drop-down arrow next to Attribute and select Code. Enter Open in the Value field. Click OK to save the condition. Once we set a condition, we can use this as the rule to utilize. Click on the Rule tab, click the drop-down arrow for condition, and select Is Open. We're next going to perform the parameter mapping. We need to set how the parameters are utilized. We'll click on the Parameter Mapping tab to do this. We're going to map which attributes in the activation policy are to be matched with the parameters in the workflow. Click on each drop-down next to the listed workflow parameter, and we're going to select description for description. Item number is going to be ID, and status will be code. We've now configured enough of the activation policy to be able to save and activate it. So we click on the Save icon, and then we click on the Activate icon to make the activation policy active. To test your activation policy, open LN or your ERP of choice, and then create or update an item that's in an open status. In LN, click on Master Data to view the available master data and click the spinner next to Items. Click on Items to view all the available items. Select the item you want to modify by clicking on the Detail icon on the description field and make a change so that the changed item will be published. Once we've made a change to the description, click on the Save icon. To verify that the changed item was published to Ion, we're going to open OS again. We're going to take a look at OneView. We're going to leave the date and time range set to the last hour. Click on Search. You should now see your item record was published to the Ion Hub. If your activation policy worked as it should, you should see the notification in your mail inbox. So if we go to Home, go back to LN, and we look at our inbox, we should see that our item is open with the description of mailbox.prt space demo. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found this video of benefit.